So today's opener, as I said, the first 4 are going to be review. The last 2 are going to cover the new lesson. So the first 4 problems are going to be one-step equations, solving one-step equations. So I'm going to circle my variable, draw my line of equality. How do I get the a by itself, Brendan? Divide by what? -6. Nice job. Way to remember to take that negative with you. Now, when I go to take 40 divided by -6, does that work out? No, you're going to get a decimal, right? So what I'm going to have to do is leave that as a fraction. But there's going to be a couple things I have to do in order to leave that as a fraction. What's one of the first things I'm going to have to do, Rihanna? So I'm going to move my negative up to the top. I'm going to show my work down here because I didn't leave a whole lot of room for myself. Okay, so I moved that negative from the denominator to the numerator because I'm not allowed to have a negative as the denominator. Okay, what's the other thing that I'm going to need to do to this fraction? Yeah, simplify it. So what's 40 and 6 both divisible by? 2. So -40 divided by 2 is... What's -40 divided by 2? Say it again. -40 divided by 2? -20. Then what's 6 divided by 2? 3. Can I simplify or reduce this any further? Bless you. Nope. So a is going to equal -20 over 3. Any questions on that first one? Okay, let's take a look at the second one. Isaiah, how do I get the variable by itself here? So I'm going to plus 4 like this. Oh, much better. He had me worried. Plus 7. So I'm going to add 7 to both sides here. Cancel. Bring down my variable. Isaiah, what's -4 plus 7?
3.
Positive 3. Good. Now solving one-step equations with fractions. How do I get the variable c by itself, Darius? Okay, so I'm going to subtract 2 over 9 from each side here. Cancels. Bring down my variable. Okay, I have common denominators here, so I don't have to worry about finding the common denominator. Okay, so since I have common denominators, I don't have to worry about finding one. So I can go ahead and subtract my numerator. So Darius, what's 5 minus 2?
3.
Over? Since I don't have a whole lot of room. Okay, 3 over 9 can be reduced. What are they both divisible by?
3.
So 3 divided by 3 equals? 9 divided by 3 equals?
3.
So my answer is going to be C equals 1/3. Good job. Did you forget to reduce? Do we all have the first 3?
Oh.
You added instead of subtracted. You subtracted on this side, but when you came over, you put the addition sign. All right, let's take a look at the next 3. 9 equals 3/4 times D. Kelsey, how do I get the D by itself?
Divide.
There we go, much better. So divide by 3/4. So on this side, I'm going to take 9 divided by 3/4. That cancels. I'm going to show my work down here in the blue. Again, you guys don't have to show this step. You already have it done for you. Put my D equals. Okay, so I have 9. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to flip my second fraction. And I'm going to change my division to multiplication. What do I have to put up under that 9 to make it a fraction?
1.
A 1. All right, I can reduce any numerator with any denominator. What can I reduce here? Rihanna?
9 and 3.
What are they both divisible by? So 9 divided by 3?
9 divided by 3 is 2.
3 divided by 3?
Is 1.
Okay. Multiply my numerators together. 3 times 4.
12
And then your denominators together. 1 times 1.
is 1.
Now, if I want this in simplest form, how would I write this answer? Yeah, just 12. I don't need that 1 under it. So 12 equals D. For the next two problems, it's solving one-step equations with inequalities. What I'd like you to do is get your notes out from yesterday. So get your notes out from yesterday. Probably not stapled together yet. And I want you to look at the back side where it says exception number 2. So we say that solving inequalities is just like solving equations with 2 exceptions. The first one is that instead of equal signs, they're going to have inequality signs. The second exception is whenever you multiply or divide by a negative, you have to flip the inequality sign. So keep that in mind when we work on these next two problems here. So I'm still going to circle my variable. I'm still going to draw my line of equality. So now I need to get the variable here by itself. How do I get this e by itself? Yeah, I'm going to times it and multiply it by 6. Now, this 6 is a positive or negative number? Positive. So because it's a positive, am I going to have to worry about flipping this inequality sign? No. So good. So we're going to cancel that. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. I bring down my variable. I bring down my inequality sign. Then what's negative 4 times 6? Raise your hand if you think you could read this answer to me appropriately. Darius? Yeah, perfect. Nice job. All right, last one here. Circle my variable. Draw my line of equality. How do I get the f by itself? What type of 4? So I'm going to divide each side by a negative 4. I'm going to bring down my variable f. Now, did you multiply or divide by a negative number? Yeah, so what happens to this inequality sign? Yeah, I just flip it around. Then what's 6 divided by negative 4? It's going to be a decimal, but I want it in a fraction form. So we're going to drop down, and I'm going to show my work down at the bottom here in green. So the first thing I need to do is what? Move that negative from the bottom to the top or the middle. Second thing I need to do, because it's a fraction, is what? Divide, but what's the word I'm looking for? Simplify. So what's 6 and 4 both divisible by? 2. So negative 6 divided by 2?
Negative 3.
And 4 divided by 2. Can I simplify that further?
No.
Nope. So my answer is going to be negative 3 over 2. So f, what do we got here, guys? F is
greater, less than negative
over 2. So remember, the alligator eats the larger number. Any questions on that? I feel like walking around, you guys did pretty good for the most part.